This is Anthony Morganti. Welcome to my podcast, For the Joy of Photography. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the For the Joy of Photography podcast. This week, I want to talk about 12 different image protection services for photographers. And what's prompting me to do this is an article that is in this month's issue of Photo District News. It's the April 2019 issue. And in it, there's an article by Greg Skoblit. I hope I pronounced that right. It's titled 12 Image Protection Services for Professional Photographers. Now, I really don't think this is just for professional photographers because anyone, no matter what our skill level may be, if we're sharing images online, we run the risk of them being stolen. And even if you're not a professional, you deserve to be compensated. And Greg has gathered together 12 different services that I think are really awesome. They all kind of overlap a little bit, but some of them are very unique and offer some unique services, and many of them are free. So I thought it would be interesting to do a podcast to talk about these. Now, those of you that are watching this video on YouTube will see me show each of the websites. Also, in the description below the video, I'll have links to all the websites. I'd like to ask you, if you've ever used any of these websites, please comment about it. And if you're thinking of using any, comment on that as well. I've not used any of these except the first one, which is the United States Copyright Office. I've never used any of the other 11, but I am interested in trying some of these out, and I'd like to hear your opinion. Now, those of you that are listening to the podcast, in the show notes for the podcast, I will have links to all the different websites. And if you're interested in any and you ever have time to go over to YouTube, you could comment over there. Now, as for the 12 different sites that Greg talks about, now I'm going to kind of read right from the magazine some of what he's written. The first one, of course, is the U.S. Copyright Office, the United States Copyright Office, USCO. If you live in the United States, this is the ultimate way to protect your images. Registering your images with the USCO really allows you the maximum protection for your image. In reading from the magazine, the interface may be a bit outdated and the process can be a bit clunky, but USCO registration is the ultimate tool for protecting your images and recouping the maximum amount of money possible from infringers. While your copyright exists the moment your work is created, registration can help you collect statutory damages from infringers. Images can be registered with the USCO individually or in batches, and processing times take an average of 7 months. So, that is the ultimate, and especially if you want to recoup the maximum amount possible, so you could sue for statutory damage. Basically, the person stole the image and they knew they stole the image. You deserve then, they deserve to pay then. That's basically how that works. So, if you live in the United States, you definitely should register your images with the U.S. government's Copyright Office, the USCO, and do it in batches. That's the way I did it in the past, and it runs $35. It starts at $35. There is, I guess, some other options that could cost more. Now, the next service he talks about is Pixy, Pixsy. And this one sounds really cool, and this is something that I think I'd like to check out. And this one is free. Reading from the article, using reverse image search and AI-powered sorting tools, Pixy continuously monitors the web for instances of illicit image use. Possible cases of infringement are organized by country, commerciality, and other metrics that are searchable so you can quickly drill down on the most interesting, outrageous infringers. The service can send legally compliant takedown notices in over 35 jurisdictions. This includes the US, the EU, Japan, China, Russia, and India, in over 15 languages. Pixy is integrated with a wide range of image and cloud services, cloud storage services, so you can import images to your account quickly. Integrations include SmugMug, PhotoShelter, Flickr, Instagram, IM, 500px, Google Drive, and Dropbox, among others. When a case of infringement is found, Pixy sicks its legal team on the accused and handles all aspects of litigation and claim recuperation. You'll only pay in the event your case is successful, in which case you'll get 50% of the final settlement. So that's how they make money. It's a free service, and you could then tell it where your Dropbox is, where your images are, where your Flickr is with your images, all the different locations where you might have images. So it integrates all those. So it's real easy to get your images to them. And then when they find them, they will, for you, issue legally compliant takedown notices and or sue on your behalf. But they get half of the settlement. You end up paying in the end. But basically, it's a free service. And this might be something that would interest many photographers. I'm kind of used to the 50-50 split, being in stock photography for so long. That was the traditional split of stock photography back in the day when you used to make money in stock photography. So I'm kind of used to that. So I kind of like Pixy on the surface. I've not used it. Again, if you've ever had any experience with it, let us know. The next one that Greg talks about is image rights. It's imagerights.com. Now this one, in the magazine, the price, it says, is $29 a month or $49 a month. Basically two different services or categories of service. Reading from this, it says, when you sign up for image rights, you'll gain access to an image search algorithm that scours the web for duplicates and possible rip-offs of your creative work. Possible instances of infringement are filtered by the type of site, website or social media, and ranked, giving you a bird's eye view on which cases you'd like to pursue or not. The company will front your legal expenses and provide you with an attorney to prosecute your claim. Image Rights will also help you file your copyrights with the USCO. Image Rights creates blockchain-based records of your image's copyright as well as any instances of infringement. Image Rights has a free Lightroom plugin that lets you upload an image or a set of images to the service and start the process of copyright registration. The plugin also enables you to download U.S. copyright registration data and add it to your image file's metadata or filter your image collection by copyright registration status. Image Rights pilot program is a 30-day free trial with protection for 100 images, and you'll keep 45% of the net recovery of any successfully prosecuted infringement cases. A launch tier offers protection for up to 1,000 images and a free year of USCO copyright registration when paid for annually. So if you do that $29 a month one, but you pay for it annually, then you'll be able to register your images with the United States Copyright Office for free. So that's included in that package. Finally, the Ascent tier, that's the $49 a month tier, offers protection for 25,000 images and the opportunity to keep 50% of the net recovery. You'll get 3 USCO copyright registrations if you pay for that $49 Ascent tier annually. So this one does cost considerably more money. They offer a little bit more, that USCO registration basically, than Pixy does. They do still keep a big chunk of any damages that you'll be awarded if you do need to sue someone over the use of your images. So that one I'm not as interested in, but again, if you've had experience with it and like to talk about it, please mention it. I'm going to check it out, but I don't think I'm going to sign up for that one, at least not now. The next one is called Picture Protection Service, formerly the Copyright Defense League. Picture Protection Service searches the web for actionable cases of infringement and then pursues those infringers in tandem with a partner law firm. You won't incur upfront cost, but will share any winnings with the company. Not everyone can sign up for the service, however. According to the company co-founder Randy Taylor, most clients are invited to join. So they offer, another thing it says is they offer free copyright registration with the USCO. And it also says the service is free. So this isn't for everyone. So I guess we just can't come in here and sign up. We basically, according to this partner, Randy Taylor, you get invited to join. So I think they're inviting really prominent photographers whose work often gets stolen, where they think they could make a good deal of money when suing on behalf of that photographer. So this one, again, probably isn't for me because I haven't been invited to join. The next one they talk about, or Greg talks about, I should say his name. Again, the writer of this article is Greg Scoblete. That's Scoblete, and it's in the April 2019 issue of Photo District News, or PDN. Now I have a link to that magazine too as well, if you're interested in it. The next one is LaPixa. That's LaPixa. Like its peers, and by the way, this one is free. Like its peers, LaPixa scours the web for instances of copyright infringement and supports a reverse image search so you can actively seek out infringers. You can upload up to 2,000 images at a time, though you can request a higher cap if necessary. The service is capable of finding infringed images even if they've been cropped or had a filter applied to them. Using the service's dashboard, you can filter your potential infringement results by region, language, keyword, and more. You can also create whitelisted URLs that the service search engines will bypass when looking for copies. So if you share your images on your website, you would whitelist your website so it's not always coming up with cases of your images being found, basically being stolen. You can tap the company's global network of lawyers when it's time to press your legal claim, and only pay LaPixa if your efforts are successful. You'll receive 57% of the settlement after legal fees. The service operates in many EU countries, as well as the US, Canada, and Australia. Now that one sounds a lot like that second one we talked about, Pixy. And again, it's free. And again, they take a chunk of your earnings. That's how they earn money. But it does sound pretty good. And I probably will check that one out as well. The next one is called TenEye. TINEYE. If you're less, actually, now I think of it, I've used TenEye. It's not really, well, let me read what he writes here and you'll understand. If you're less interested in a full frontal legal assault and just want to assess the lay of the land, TenEye's reverse image search can help you identify where your images are being used across the web. You can upload your images from the TenEye website or add it as a browser extension for Firefox, Chrome, Safari, and Opera. The results can be sorted by best match, most change, biggest image, newest, and oldest. Matching results can be compared against the original to see how much editing has been done, and you can also group results together by URL or domain to see where your photos are frequently popping up. So this is just a reverse image search. There's Google reverse image search. You've probably heard of that, maybe even used Google's reverse image search. This is the same exact thing. So this just helps you find your images. It doesn't, issue any takedown notices for you. It doesn't sick a law firm on them. Nothing like that. TenEye will just help you find your images. And I've actually used TenEye before. And in my opinion, it works slightly better than Google reverse image search, at least in my little bit of interaction with it. I've uploaded an image to them and looked for it, and it seems to have found it pretty well. So that is TenEye. The next one is the most expensive, I believe, of the bunch. It's called Vitrium. It's $375 a month. Okay, let's read what this is all about for $375 a month. Unlike services that track down images after they have been stolen, Vitrium helps you secure them so they're tougher to pilfer. Using the cloud-based service, you can drag and drop images to add digital rights management, that's DRM controls, and strong encryption. With these controls in place, you're able to track how files are used and accessed and prevent unauthorized uses like saving and printing. The controls offer a set of image analytics that let you track information associated with each image file, when and where it was opened, for example. Vitrium offers a secure client portal where you can share files with clients in a protected manner. Using Vitrium's API, you could add the service to your personal website, a CRM system, cloud services like Box, and more. Okay, so this one really protects the images, almost like putting a chastity belt around your image, right? So no one's going to be able to use that image without you knowing what they used it for, how they used it, how it was accessed, when it was opened, all different types of parameters. So it really is expensive, $375 a month, but maybe, you're, really a high volume professional photographer with a lot of cash flow, but are experiencing a lot of images being stolen and losing a lot of money because of that, then Vitrium probably would be the service for you. Probably a little bit too expensive for my blood, though. Okay, the next one is called Image Defenders. This is another free one. Image Defenders uses three image search engines. Let me start over. Image Defenders uses three image search engines to surface potential cases of infringement. Using your client dashboard, you can review which instances of use raise red flags. Why is this so hard for me to read? Once you mark uses, let me start over. All right, ready? Okay. Once you mark uses as unlicensed, Image Defenders network of lawyers will contact you with offers to pursue claims with contingency rates in the 30% range. According to the service, Image Defenders currently has a network of attorneys that can handle cases in the US, Canada, and Germany, and is in the process of building out its global presence. Image Defenders offers copyright holders 50% of the gross recovery. There's no limit to the number of images you can upload. So that is kind of a bit confusing. Okay, it's free. All right, obviously, and they give you some tools to help you find your images, but it says they have a network of lawyers that you could choose from that will basically make you offers about pursuing your claim with a contingency in the 30% range. And then later on, it says Image Defenders offers copyright holders 50% of the gross recovery. So, not sure how that works. If you're giving the lawyer 30%, and I'm sure I'm missing something obvious, and if I am, comment below. Put me, set me straight on that. But it seems a bit confusing. Later on, I'm going to go to the website. Obviously, I didn't check this out ahead of time, but we could click on how it works. Maybe we'll see here. Which license? All right, here. It says right here. Okay. Once you flag a case as unauthorized, expert lawyers send you offers to pursue the claims. The lawyers offer competitive contingency rates, typically 30%. Then it says, you typically get paid 50% of the actual settlement, not 50% after the lawyer's cut. This gives you about 40% or 50% more than other services charge. So you get 50% of the actual settlement, not 50% after the lawyer's cut. So basically, the lawyer says they're going to do it for 30%, and you get $100. The settlement is $100. You'll get $50. The lawyer gets $30, and Image Defenders gets $20. That's the way I understand that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems pretty fair as well. Now, the next one is called CopyTrac. This is another free one. CopyTrac lets you upload an unlimited number of images and performs a web crawl to catalog instances of infringement. Its AI-based image search can detect infringers even when the image is cropped, retouched, or modified to a degree. When CopyTrac finds a possible illicit use, it automatically gathers data on the publication date, owner of the page in question, the storage location of the image, and more. When you discovered an unauthorized use, Copyright will send a post-license offer. If that fails, the service's legal team will pursue an infringement case. CopyTrac is free to use for up to 1,000 images, though the service will take between 30 to 50% of the total amount you claim in a copyright infringement suit if the claim is successful. So it's free to use for up to 1,000 images. Then, if they do find an infringer, someone stole your image, they will sue them on your behalf, and they will take between 30 and 50% of the settlement. Now, there is a link here called pricing, and no registration fee. The Kishmit 30% for post-licensing and 45% for further legal steps, whatever that means. Pretty much says everything's free except for when they sue. Doesn't say anything that I could see about 1,000 image limit. So we'll check that out some more, but that one seems pretty interesting. Now, the next one is called MyOws. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've heard of this one. MYOWS. MyOws serves by the way, this one is $9 a month for the Pro package, $19 a month for the Premium package, and $29 a month for the Elite package. MyOws serves an unusual niche. You can use the service as a photo website hosting platform that simultaneously supports hosting copyright information. Every image you upload gets a unique record associated with it that you can use to pursue DMCA takedowns. MyOws doesn't pair you up with lawyers like many of the aforementioned services, but does offer web searching to find instances of unauthorized use. You can also upload USCO records, that's the United States Copyright Office, records alongside MyOws' own certifications for more legal heft when pursuing infringers. If you build your photo website using MyOws, you can access watermarking tools for prominently displaying licensing terms and easily add social media images to your account by hashtagging them with hashtag MyOws. You can host 100 images on your MyOws site for free, while a Pro subscription can host 1,000 images and supports selling those files directly from the site. Premium and Elite tiers can host 100,000 images. So actually, they offer more advanced website templates, ability that you could sell PDFs, ebooks, videos, basically any file you can zip that you could sell with the Elite tier at least. So this is more of a web hosting, file selling, image selling site, and they offer a lot of tools to help you protect your images. So that's something I'm not interested in, but many of you that might be wanting to create a website for your work might be interested in MyOws. Their prices seem pretty competitive compared to other websites. The next one is called Image Protect. This one has, according to the magazine, 2 different price tiers. One is $20 a month, they call Essential, and the other one is $45 a month, they call Premium. Image Protect offers web scanning and filter-able list of results so you can decide which parties to take action against. When you're ready to pursue legal remedies, Image Protect can connect you with a law firm. The company also offers a service called IP Share, which lets you convert images into an embeddable and trackable format that supports in-image advertising. Revenue is split between Image Protect and the creator. When Image Protect finds an instance of infringement, you can opt to have the image replaced with an IP share image in the hopes of using its ad serving capabilities to earn income from the image. A standard plan offers protection for 1,000 images, so that $20 a month, I believe, would be 1,000 images. And you'll be able to submit a claim without upgrading to a paid tier for service. Oh, okay. The standard plan is free, apparently. And you get 1,000 images. The Essential plan, which is $20 a month, that's 50,000 images and offers a 50% split of the net settlement. A Premium plan covers 125,000 images with a similar 50% cut of the settlement. So it offers much of what the other ones we've talked about offer, but it has that little kind of quirk where if someone steals your image, you could have them replace your image with basically an ad. And if there's any ad revenue derived from that ad they placed, you'll split the ad revenue with Image Protect. So that's kind of unique, a little different. Probably not something I'm interested in right now, but if you have experience with that, let me know. And the last one is the DMCA takedown. This is at DMCA.com. This is $10 a month. While most website hosting providers have forms that let you submit DMCA takedowns, this service not only sends those notices, but will monitor both images and text snippets to find unauthorized uses. It can offer right-click protection and watermarking for images on your website as well. There are plugins for both WordPress and Blogger. If you notice an offending website pilfering your stuff, you could spring for a full service takedown for $199. If DMCA fails to take the content down, your money will be refunded. Alternatively, a $10 do-it-yourself kit gives you the forms needed to pursue your own takedowns. DMCA offers 2 tiers of website protection. The free tier offers a unique website badge where you could slap on your site. It can potentially deter thieves and track instances of website replication. This tier also supports a real-time image search that's active for 23 hours, plus 2 scans for unauthorized website copies. So, not probably as full-featured as some of the other ones, and a lot of this you'd have to do yourself. But they do have this free kind of tier where you could put this badge on your website. It's kind of like having that sign out in front of your house. This home is protected by some, alarm service. But you don't really have the alarm service. You just have the sign. This is kind of like that, but a little bit more. You have the sign, basically the badge that you're going to put on your website. But it also still tracks instances of anything that is duplicated from your website and lets you know about it. Then you could, buy that $10 do-it-yourself kit to get them to take down the photographs or whatever it is they stole from your website, or you could have them do it for you for $199. It doesn't mention anything about suing them, so this is just basically to get your images taken down from people that stole it. So those are the 12. I think this was an excellent article. I think this will help a lot of photographers. Again, in the show notes, I'll have links to all of these. Also on YouTube, in the description below the video, I'll have links to all these. If you've used any of these, if you plan on using any of these, if you have any comments at all, please do comment about it. I'm interested in learning more about this. And maybe we'll do a follow-up podcast in the future when I do actually use 1 or 2 of these, and I'll talk about it. Thank you for watching my podcast, For the Joy of Photography. Remember, stop by my website, onlinephotographytraining.com. There you'll find all my latest videos and articles to help you improve your photography. That's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon.